Good morning, children. Today we are going to do chapter 1. As I told you in the previous class that we will be starting with Monkey Trouble. Now Monkey Trouble, all of you must have read the book, read the story. Yes? Are you familiar with the story?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is a story of a female monkey named Tutu. Now, what all mischief she does, that is in the story. Yes? Yes? Okay. First of all, I will read the poem, read the story as well as explain it. Okay? Read the following story and enjoy the mischief of a troublesome monkey. Grandfather bought Tutu from a street entertainer for the sum of... Children, please mute yourself, otherwise you will not be able to hear anything.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. Are you ready, children? Should I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I don't want any kind of noise. No noise should be coming. Yes? Okay. Grandfather bought Tutu from a street entertainer for the sum of 10 rupees. The man had 3 monkeys. Tutu was the smallest but the most mischievous. She was tied up most of the time. The little monkey looked so miserable with a collar and a chain that grandfather decided it would be much happier in our home. Grandfather had a weakness for keeping unusual pet. It was the habit that I, at the age of 8 or 9, used to encourage. Now here, children, the story is being narrated by Ruskin Bond, and grandfather is Ruskin Bond's grandfather. So Ruskin Bond did not live with his parents, he used to live with his grandparents, and that is why he was very attached to them. Now he is living with his grandparents, and his grandfather was very fond of keeping pets. Now,
Good morning, ma'am.
yes, can you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, and now please don't interrupt. No good morning in between. Only at 11 o'clock you should say good morning. After that, don't interrupt the class. Okay. Now grandfather, he bought this monkey called Tutu from a street entertainer. Do you know what is the meaning of street entertainer? In Hindi, what do you call? Madari.
Ma'am, madam.
Yes, Madari. Now he had bought Tutu from a Madari, from a street entertainer, for the sum of how much? 10 rupees. Now this 10 rupees, this story was written long time back. At that time 10 rupees had some value. It is not today's 10 rupee. Must be more than that. Because now you will not get any animal for 10 rupees. So at that time he spent 10 rupees to buy this monkey. Now Tutu, when he bought this monkey, the street entertainer was having 3 monkeys with him, and Tutu was the smallest, and grandfather, he saw that Tutu was wearing a collar and a chain and was looking very miserable. What do you understand by miserable?
Naughty.
No? Dukhi. Very, yes. He was not looking very happy. So that means the little monkey was not liking being chained. So he thought that he is going to buy this monkey and keep it in his house. And he thought that there the monkey will be much happier than with the street entertainer. So he bought this monkey. Now grandfather has the habit of keeping unusual pets. Now what are unusual pets? Unusual pets mean that those which are not very common. Like children, you must have seen in many people, they keep dog, cat, rabbit, then even monkeys are not common thing, but parrot and birds and all, so many kind of birds they keep. All these are usual pet, but unusual pets are what grandfather used to keep. That is, grandfather had mice, he had a snake, he had a goat, he had a tortoise. All these animals he had kept. Krishnakant Mishra, please mute yourself. Preet Kumar, mute yourself. Arpit Kumar, roll 36, mute yourself. I want each and every child to mute.
Ma'am, you can also mute everyone.
Okay, I have muted all of you now. You people disturb the class this way. Okay, then grandmother at first. Now grandfather, when he went with Tutu to home, grandmother, she objected. But what did she say? Why? How did she object? She said, you have already got so many pets and now again you have brought this new pet. She said, you are already having a goat, a white mice, tortoise, and now this monkey also. So what did Ruskin Bond say? Ruskin Bond said, but I don't have any. He said, grandfather must be having so many pets, but I don't have any, and this is my pet. Grandmother, she says, one boy in the house is all I can take. That means you are naughty enough and I can have only one boy in the house. Now two boys, that is the monkey as well as Ruskin Bond. That means two boys. This she does not want. At this, grandfather, he said in a very victorious tone, he said, oh, this is a little girl monkey. This is not a male monkey, it is a girl monkey. Grandmother gave in. Gave in means to surrender. आप उनके सामने वो चुप हो गई. क्यों? क्योंकि उन्होंने देखा कि वो गर्ल मंकी है. Now she cannot object. She had always wanted a little girl in the house. She believed girls were less troublesome than the boys. Tutu was to prove her wrong. Now, grandmother always thought that girls were less troublesome than the boys. But here in the story, you will see that Tutu will prove this statement that girls are less troublesome. Why? Because she is going to do so much mischief in the story that you will say that girls are more troublesome than the boys. Now she was a pretty little monkey. Her bright eyes sparkled. The eyes of the monkey were sparkling. Sparkling means shining. With mischief. With mischief. Mischief means naughtiness. Beneath deep set eyebrows. And her teeth were pearly white. And the monkey, whenever she used to grin, she used to show her white teeth. Were often revealed in a grin that frightened the wits out of Aunt Ruby, whose nerves had already suffered from the presence of grandfather's pet python in the house at Lucknow. Now, Aunt Ruby is the daughter of grandfather. That means Ruskin Bond's auntie. And whenever this monkey used to grin, grin means when you smile showing your teeth, that is called a grin. Yes, that is called a grin. Now whenever she used to grin, it would scare Aunt Ruby, because she was already scared of other unusual pets which grandfather had kept, and now this monkey has also come. Now which unusual pet grandfather had kept? Python. What is a python? A python is a snake.
Ma'am, it is a type of snake.
Yes, it's a snake.
On the line.
Yes. And in Lucknow, grandfather had another house in, yes, grandfather had another house in Lucknow also. So there he had kept python. Now,
Ma'am, python is a very
yes. But this was Dehra.
It is a silent killer.
But this was Dehra, my grandparents' house, and aunts and uncles had to put up with our pets. Now this was Dehra. I am telling you children, why do you interrupt in between? This was Dehra. Dehra means Dehradun. It was Dehradun. He was not in Lucknow, he was in Dehradun. And this was, grandparents lived in Dehradun, and so the aunts and uncle could not object. They had to put up. Put up means they had to tolerate. Put up means tolerate. It's a phrase. They had to tolerate with our pets, and everyone had to tolerate with the pets. Now, one day Aunt Ruby took us all by surprise. She announced that she had become engaged. We had always thought that Aunt Ruby would never marry. She had often said herself, but it appeared that the right man had now come along in the person of Rocky Fernandez, a school teacher from Goa. Now, Aunt Ruby, she was not interested in getting married. So everyone thought that she is not going to get married. Now children, Ruskin Bond, as I told you in the previous class, although he lived in India, but he was basically an Englishman. His forefathers had settled in India, and so he started living in India. He was born also in India, and he was living in India because his grandparents and all were settled in India. But for his education he had gone to England. Now in their culture, the boy or the girl, they select their own partner, not like our culture, Indian culture, where the parents select the partner for the person. Like in our culture, you must have seen, if anyone gets married, the parents are the one who select the partner. But in English culture, they select their own partner, and then, but Aunt Ruby, she never approved anyone. Now this time when she announced that she is going to get engaged, everyone was very surprised. And who was the right man in her life? Rocky Fernandez. He was a school teacher in Goa. Now Ruskin Bond, he liked Rocky Fernandez. Let's see why he liked him. Rocky was a tall, firm-jawed, good-natured man who visited the house quite often and bought me chocolates and cashew nuts, of which he seemed to have an unlimited supply. He also taught me several marching songs. Naturally, I approved of Rocky. Why did he approve Rocky Fernandez? Because he taught him many songs. So, he approved him. He approved him means he liked him. Aunt Ruby won my admiration for having made such a wise choice. And because Ruskin Bond liked Rocky Fernandez. Aunt Ruby was very happy with him.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, I have a question.
yes, say.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of firm jaw?
Firm jawed means jaws, जबड़ा. हिंदी में जो जबड़ा कहलाता है ये this portion. This you can see the shape of the jaw line. This was very firm. That was what attracted. Now this is considered to be a sign of beauty for male. Handsome looking people have firm jaws. So this was one sign of looking good. Now one day I overheard. Overheard means secretly when you hear someone talking, that is called overhear. किसी को छुप के आप सुनते हैं ना कभी कभी, तो that is called overhear. One day I overheard them talking of going to bazaar to buy an engagement ring. I decided I would go along too. And Ruskin Bond, he decided that he would accompany them. He would go along too means he would accompany them. But Aunt Ruby made it clear that he is not going to he is not going to the market with them. I decided that I better follow at a discreet distance. Tutu, becoming aware that a mission of some importance was underway, decided to follow me, but I had not invited her along. She too decided to keep out of sight. Now what happened? When Aunt Ruby told Ruskin Bond that you are not going to accompany them, he was not supposed to accompany them, he thought that he will secretly follow them without letting them know that he is following them. And what happened? Tutu also decided that she will also follow them secretly because Ruskin Bond had not asked him to come along. So what happened? Rocky Fernandez, Aunt Ruby, they were moving first, and who was behind them? Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond was following them secretly, and who was following Ruskin Bond? Tutu. So they all were going to the same direction, but none of them knew who is being followed. Once in the crowded bazaar, I was able to get quite close to Aunt Ruby and Rocky without being spotted. And in the bazaar, Ruskin Bond came face to face with very close to Aunt Ruby and Rocky. And how did he, what did he do? Without being spotted, without being seen by them, he came very close. I waited until they had settled down in a large jewelry shop. Now where did they go? They wanted to buy a engagement ring. So they went to a jeweler's shop, and there when they settled down, what happened? I waited until they had settled down, and then before sauntering past and spotting them as though by accident. And what happened? There he moved into the jewelry shop as if by chance he is entering the shop, and he is not knowing that they are also there. Aunt Ruby wasn't too pleased at seeing me, but Rocky waved and called out. Now when Aunt Ruby saw Ruskin Bond in the jeweler's shop, she was not very happy. She was very annoyed. But Rocky Fernandez liked him, and so he waved him and called him that you come here. Come and join us. Help your aunt to choose a beautiful ring. And Rocky Fernandez invited him to choose a ring because they had come for that reason only. The whole thing seemed to be waste of money, but I did not say so. Aunt Ruby was giving me one of the most unloving looks. Now why was Aunt Ruby giving unhappy looks, unloving looks. Why? Because she had warned him that she did not want him to, Ruskin Bond to follow them. But whereas he followed them also and he entered the shop also. So all the time she was giving unloving looks. Now while the jeweler and Aunt Ruby were sifting through the diamond ring, Tutu had slipped into the shop without being noticed by anyone but me. And when this was going on, they were selecting the sifting through. Sifting means selecting. Selecting the ring, Tutu quietly entered the jeweler's shop without being noticed by anyone except Ruskin Bond. Only Ruskin Bond saw Tutu entering the shop. A little squeal of delight was the first sign she gave of her presence. Everyone looked up to see her trying on a pretty necklace. And what happened? She made a sound, squeal of delight. Squeal of delight means, children, this is a sound which the monkeys produce. So, she gave this sign of her presence. This attracted everyone's attention that there is something, some animal inside the shop. Everyone looked up to see her trying on a pretty necklace. And what did people see when they looked at the monkey? That she had taken a necklace and she was wearing it round her neck. And what are those stones? I asked. They look like pearls, said Rocky. They are pearls, said the shopkeeper, making a grab for them. It's that dreadful monkey, cried Aunt Ruby. I knew the boy would bring her here. And when Aunt Ruby looked at the Tutu, she said, my God, this dreadful monkey is here also. And I'm sure Ruskin Bond has only brought him here. The necklace was already adorning Tutu's neck. Adorning means, adorn means to decorate. When you wear anything, you decorate your neck. Now, this necklace was adorning her neck, Tutu's neck. And I thought she looked rather nice in them, but she gave us no time to admire the effect. And she, without giving any time to the others, what did she do? She quickly ran out of the shop. Springing out of our reach, Tutu dodged around Rocky, slipped between my legs and made for the crowded road. I ran after her, shouting to her to stop, but she wasn't listening. And first she dodged. Dodge माने छकाना. किसी को छकाते हैं, आप लोग कोई गेम खेलते हैं तो आप डॉज करते हैं, किसी को पकड़ नहीं पाए वो आप इधर उधर दौड़ते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड डॉजिंग. नाउ शी डॉज्ड Rocky Fernandez. Rocky Fernandez was trying to take the necklace from Tutu, but she slipped between Ruskin Bond's leg and she moved out into the crowded road. I ran after her, shouting at her to stop, but she wasn't listening. The jeweler left his shop and ran after us. So did Rocky, so did several bystanders who had seen the incident, and others who had no idea what it was all about joined in the chase. As grandfather used to say, in a crowd everyone plays follow the leader even when they don't know who's the leading. Not everyone knew that the leader was Tutu. Only the front runners could see her. And now everyone was, what happened? The jeweler left his shop and ran after him. Now Tutu, because Tutu had ran out with the pearl necklace, so the jeweler ran out of the shop. And who else followed them? Rocky Fernandez, several people. Bystander means those who were standing outside the shop. They also saw the incident and they also ran after the monkey. And some people who had no idea what is going on, but they saw others running, they also started chasing the monkey. As grandfather used to say, in a crowd everyone follows the leader even when they don't know who's leading. And not everyone was knowing that Tutu is the leader, and everyone started running. All the people standing outside the shop started running after Tutu. She tried to make her escape speedier by leaping onto the back of the passing scooteress. And now what she did was to move faster. She started leapt on the, what did she do? A passerby, a scooterist was passing by, and she jumped on the scooterist. The scooter severed into the fruit stall and came to a standstill under the heap of bananas, where the scooterist found himself in the arms of an indignant fruit seller. Tutu peeled a banana and ate part of it before deciding to move on. And what did Tutu do? Now this scooterist was very annoyed. Why? Because he lost his balance and he severed. Severed means suddenly the scooter, when it moved sideways and it entered a fruit shop, and he fell on the fruit heap of banana. So he was very annoyed. Now what did Tutu do? Tutu took a banana and peeled it and started eating. Are you following, children? Are you following? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now don't talk in between, otherwise again I will have to mute you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. The internet problem, ma'am.
Okay. From an awning, she made an emergency landing on the washerman's donkey. The donkey promptly panicked and rushed down the road while bundles of washing fell by the wayside. The washerman joined in the chase. Yes?
I'm in which page?
Page 4. Now from an awning. Awning is, children, you must have seen on the streets, you must have seen some shops. They have a shade in front of their shop made of either plastic or canvas or bamboo. That is called an awning. Now she had climbed the awning, and from there she made an emergency landing on a donkey which was going on. The donkey promptly panicked and rushed down the road. Now when she landed on the donkey panicked. डोंकी को समझ में नहीं आया ये क्या हुआ, उसकी पीठ पे कौन कूदा, और वो भागने लगा. And all the bundles of the washing clothes, the washerman was taking all the clothes on the donkey's back, they all fell on the road. The washerman also joined the chase, and children who were going to school, when they saw the washerman, the donkey, the monkey, the people running in one direction, they also started chasing them. And with a shout of glee, glee means excitement, they were so excited, they also started shouting and running after the people. Jaya Bharti, please mute yourself. Mute yourself, Jaya Bharti. Yes, no one is going to shout now. Now Tutu finally left the bazaar and took a road leading in the direction of the house. But knowing that she would be caught and locked up once she got home, she decided to end the chase by ridding herself of the necklace. Deftly removing it from her neck, she flung it into the small canal that ran down the road. Now when Tutu Tutu finally thought that she would now end the chase, and she wanted to take the direction of the house. So what did she first do? She first took off the necklace and threw it. Deftly means very quickly. She threw it. Reading means to take off, to be free of it. She removed the necklace and flung. Flung means to fly. Fly, past tense of fly is flung. And took the necklace and threw it into the canal that ran down the road. The jeweler, with a cry of anguish, plunged into the canal. So did Rocky, so did I, so did several other people, both adult and children. It was a treasure hunt. And what happened? Because Tutu had thrown the pearl necklace into the canal, now all the people who were chasing, they entered the canal and they started hunting. Hunting meant dhoondana. They started hunting for the pearl necklace. And who were the main character who were doing this? Rocky Fernandez, the shopkeeper, the jeweler, Ruskin Bond, and several people who were following them. They all started hunting. Hunting means dhoondana, hunting for the necklace. After 20 minutes, Rocky shouted, "I have found it, covered in mud, water lilies, ferns and tadpoles." We emerged from the canal and Rocky presented the necklace to the relieved shopkeeper. Finally, the ring was bought, the engagement was announced and a date was set for the wedding. Now, who found the necklace from the canal? Rocky Fernandez. After how many minutes? 20 minutes. And it was covered with mud, water lilies, ferns, all these are water plants, children. Tadpoles. Tadpoles are the babies of the frog. We emerged, we came out. Emerge means came out of the canal, and Rocky presented the necklace to the shopkeeper, the relieved shopkeeper. Now the shopkeeper was relieved. Why? उसने चैन की सांस ली. क्यों? क्योंकि उसकी necklace मिल गई. And finally, what happened? Rocky Fernandez brought the ring and the engagement was announced and the date was set for the wedding. A few days before the wedding, I found Tutu in the kitchen helping grandmother preparing the wedding cake. When grandmother wasn't looking, she added herbs, spices and other interesting items to the pot. And after few days, Ruskin Bond saw that grandmother was preparing the wedding cake, and when she was not looking that side, Tutu was adding all the herbs, the spices and other interesting items into the pot. I'm not sure exactly what went into the wedding cake, but grandmother wasn't looking. But I did spot Tutu stirring in some red chili sauce, bitter gourd seed and generous helping of eggshell. Now what all she had put in the wedding cake? Besides the herbs, the spices, she had also put in some red chili sauce. Then bitter gourd seeds. Bitter gourd is Karela. And generous helping of eggshell. And all the eggs which the grandmother had broken, she had put the shells, अंडे का छिलका जो होता है, into the cake. It's true that some of the guests were not seen for several days after the wedding, but no one said anything against the cake. Most of the people thought it had an interesting flavor, and many people, they thought that it had interesting flavor. When people ate this cake, they thought that this is a very strange flavored cake, and they could not say anything about the cake because they thought it is some new kind of cake. And with this, the chapter is complete. Have all of you followed, or do you need some explanation?
Yes, ma'am.
You have followed? Okay. In the next class, children, I will be discussing the question answers. Okay? In the next class, question answers will be discussed. So, you should read this chapter once again, and please write the word meaning in your notebook. Be ready with your word meanings first. First of all, you will be writing the word meaning, then you will write the question answers. And for homework,